Hi, I'm Bricky. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I had a day today. There I was, right? Sitting there on the worst excursion to Verizon Wireless I have ever experienced. 4 hours waiting for a transfer of data because I borked my old phone and all kinds of things happening. Absolute malarkey across the board. And then I see to myself, is that a new detachment? Is that a new Grotmus detachment? One for, say it ain't so, the Imperial Guard. Oh, and is that attachment possibly extremely strong? It would appear that was the case. So as soon as I finished my horrendous excursion out into the wilderness of the world, aka Verizon Wireless, savages, all of them, I was able to come back and I started looking a little bit deeper into this attachment. I want to look a little bit deeper into the gameplay formula here, and I realized that it is absolutely insane. Or at least I feel like it's insane. Or at least I'm a little bit scared. This is the type of thing where it might drop and then like nothing will happen. But I get the feeling it's going to become a problem like pretty soon. So I want to talk about that just a little bit. Of course, before we start, quick thing. Cheeky soap. Buy it. It's the best bar soap you will ever use. I know Warhammer player bar soap joke type thing. Genuinely, it's absolutely insane. Use code Bricky down in the description. Give it a shot. It is amazing stuff. I cannot recommend it enough. When I went to go visit Moist Critical in order to do the Warhammer thing, which is coming out, by the way, Q1 next year. He got me on it, sent me some stuff, sent me a lot of the bars. They're absolutely fantastic. They got these really funny new ones that came out. So go ahead and check it out. It's down in the description. Click that link. Check it out. It's genuinely the best bar soap I have ever used. You got to trust me on this. Anyway, all that aside. Okay, so they dropped a brand new detachment for the Grotmus. Now, how many of these they're planning on doing this year, I'm not quite sure. I think they maybe told you. I didn't read it, so I'm just kind of like, who knows? This is the Grizzled Company. Now, the Grizzled Company specifically states, hailing from fortress worlds or planets ravaged by incessant war, the soldiers of this company have fought on the front lines for long and bloody months. Where other formations have collapsed in the strain of constant warfare, these iron-willed combat veterans retain their ferocious discipline. They carry the decisive orders of the ruthless and exacting officers with a determination born of pride and zeal. Now, if you are unaware, the phrase iron-willed especially really makes you think Mordian, the Mordian Iron Guard, the ones that look like, I mean, they just look like U.S. Marines in blue. I'm sure there's some other history reason why they look that way, but they look like just the classic, boys in blue. Well, no, that's police. They're in their dress blues. Dress blues, got it. And if that wasn't obvious enough, Mordian Minute is also a humorous thing right there. And also because Mordian Iron Guard is, Iron Guard. They're known for being like stalwart, orders never going against them, etc. So ruthless discipline is the detachment rule. So it says add 1 to the number of orders each Astra Militarum officer model from the army can issue. And then secondarily, when an Astra Militarum unit from your army is affected by an order, notice affected by an order, each time the model in that unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. If the target of that attack is within range of an objective marker, reroll a wound roll of 1 as well. So this is like... So it's good, right? Now, Guard don't really hurt for orders, but order economy is absolutely a thing. How many orders do you take for the amount of units? And when those units die, you can't give orders, then you have too many orders, blah, 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 right? And so adding 1 to the orders is very, very good. It goes actually kind of insane depending on what you're taking. Standard command squads give 1 order, they now give 2. Tank commanders give 2, they now give 3. That includes Rogel Dorans. Ursula Creed and Lord Sorleontis now give 4 each, and then Gaunt's Ghost even can give 3. And so now like that, you're getting a lot of orders. I mean, hell, Castellans give 3 orders. There's a lot of orders. So there's just 1 that's just a lot to begin with. Secondarily, re-rolling a hit roll of 1 while under an order is, your mind probably is going, oh wow, take aim, right? Oh, take aim gives you +1 to hit, and then re-roll hit rolls of 1. Awesome. But then you think about all the other things that can go with it, like fixed bayonets, +1 to hit in combat, reroll hit rolls of 1. And then just other things like first rank fire, second rank fire. Also reroll a hit roll of 1. It's good stuff. It's good stuff right there. Not to mention, this also generally removes the need for things like, I don't know, like a scout sentinel. Now, Scout Sentinels I like to take anyway because it's, they're fast and they scout, and those are really good things to have. But, the main thing for some people is to prime a target to give reroll ones against it. And if the target is within range of objective marker, you reroll the wound roll of 1 as well, which they very often will be because being within range of an objective marker is how you win the game. So it's a very, very good rule. What is the rub here? What is the caveat here? Why does this scare me? Well, a couple of things. First things first. Astra Militarum Order. Now, me, Bricky, my first thought went to the brick. The physical brick. The brick model, the Baneblade. Because this specifically states Astra Militarum. It does not say regiment. It does not say squadron. It says Astra Militarum. And so I finally realized that, are you kidding me? Lord Solar Leontis can now order 4 units, Titanic included now, and now I can give my Baneblade +1 to hit and reroll 1s to hit and maybe reroll 1s to hit to wound as well. Oh my God. This has instantly become the best super heavy detachment for all of Guard. The tank detachment doesn't do crap compared to this. This is already fantastic. Then my mind went to a different direction. Then it went Astra Militarum. So Abhumans as well. Because you might think, you can't order an Organ or Bulgrin squad. Lies and slander. You have the enhancement Abhuman detail where a commissar can be added to Ogren keywords, aka Ogren or Bulgrin, and can be attached to it and can also order those models too. Now, commissars can only order 2 special orders. What are those 2 special orders? Well, it is Duty and Honor, which is +1 leadership and OC, which is good, and Fixed Bayonets, which is +1 to hit in melee. What do Bulgrin hit on? Oh, they hit on 3s? 4 attacks on 3s. So if I throw a commissar on there, which mind you are only 30 points, they're ludicrously cheap. My Bulgrin squad will then be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s to wound on objectives as well. Bulgrin squad need to be better? Better. Okay, gotcha. For a 30-point tack on? 30 points, okay, there's also the cost of the enhancements, that too. Which is not listed here, which is a little annoying. Do I have to go all the way down to the bottom in order to see the cost? I most likely do. Well, that's annoying. Regardless, it's, God damn it, Games Workshop. Or maybe God damn it, my PDF. Hello? Hello? Better. There we are. I'm just going to leave that in. So, yes, however much this costs. I don't know how much this costs. But point being, hitting on 3s, no rerolls, to slapping it. I'm going to guess it's like 20 points. That's my guess. Maybe more, maybe less. But putting on like a 50-point character or whatever to therefore give them +1 to hit, reroll 1s to hit, and reroll 1s to wound when on an objective, and also, just a few more power sword swings in there as well. Plus, you get a little bit of battle shock stuff to help with. It's not good, but it's something. So that's something, isn't it? And then I got the most frightened. And then I became the most scared out of it all. Astra Militarum, affected by an order. Each time on that you make an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1, reroll a wound roll of 1. Do you notice anything? Do you notice anything that says line of sight? Because I don't. Oh, goody. It's time for my best friend, the Field Ordnance Battery, to show its face. I'm just going to skip here real quick. There's also this thing, Veteran Sharpshooters, that says 1 Astra Militarum unit from your army that's almost like to shoot this phase. And in phase, range weapons equipped by models ignores cover. So I'm just saying, like, that's only 1 CP, of course, so it's the whole thing there. And like, you only use it on 1. But the field ordnance battery runs the bombast field gun, right? The bombast field gun is blast, heavy, and direct fire. It's 712. But while it remains stationary and it gets, an order, it gets sustained hits 1. So now, and also if you have the 1 CP stratagem, which you could use if you have like Creed camping them or something for free, the next thing you know, you have 2d6 shots, blast, remind you, +1 to hit, +1 to hit again because of heavy. So in reality, they'll be hitting on 4s, despite the effect of indirect. So you're counteracting that. So it's hitting on 4s, blast, sustain hits 1, reroll 1s to hit, ignores cover, reroll 1s to wound. Which is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, I don't necessarily believe that the Krieg, like artillery team, or whatever they call that, the artillery team is particularly that good overall. However, it's 95 points, and it also has, some pretty big guns, particularly the siege cannon, which is strength 12, AP 2, flat 3 damage. Yes, it's only D6 shots, but again, +1 to hit, reroll 1s to hit, reroll 1s to wound. All I'm saying is that when you don't get rid of the whole artillery reasoning here, and you're giving artillery reroll 1s to hit and reroll 1s to wound and ordering it for +1 to hit, and you can give them free ignores cover, and you can also give them free lethal hits free. It's stratagems, they're not free, but even so. Lethal hits if you're on the objective marker, which you will be because you're on the back of the line. I'm just a little scared. I'm just a little scared because the fun part of me goes, oh, yes, super heavies are back on the menu, baby. I mean, hell, I might take flamethrowers on. Oh, no, I wouldn't. They're twin flamethrowers, so they already are rerolling wounds for some of the heavy stuff. I might even take a Hellhammer, ram that shit into someone, sit on that objective, start blasting away, reroll 1s to wound on your blast cannons and stuff, and you fire out the Hellhammer cannon somewhere else. I mean, I don't know if it's great, but it's something. And then I look at, the School Ogren thing. Oh, neat. And then I think about other fun stuff, like, it's Astra Militarum. Like, this works for, like, Gaunt's Ghosts, Just like some other random stuff you wouldn't really expect. Hell, you can order a Valkyrie, maybe. But what really ends up making this stuff particularly strong is also when you stack on some of the enhancements. Like, for example, target weak spot is each time a model makes a range attack targets an enemy within 12. Improve the AP by 1. Now, that's pretty good. Now, that's also an order, though. So it starts getting to the situation where you're like, oh, well, that's cool and everything, but I probably wouldn't take target weak spot over take aim. maybe I would take aim, and +1 AP is good. It's very situational. Maybe I will do target weak spot. Maybe I won't. Depends on where I am. Depends on what I'm using. But if you start stacking stuff, like you start using units that can have multiple orders. For example, Caster can allow them to have an additional order once per battle round, which is very, very good because then an officer can give them 1 and then they also get their free 1. And then, things like Tempestuous Command Squads have the Command Rod, which allows them to use 2 different orders. And the Tempestuous Command Squad can offer 1 singular order. Where is that thing? There it is. 1 order to regiment unit. And for a while, I was like, I don't know about the rod because like it can only give 1 order anyway. Well, now it can give 2 orders thanks to the detachment. So a Tempestuous Command Squad dropping down with a full Scion squad, getting reroll 1s to hit, which I think they already do. I don't remember exactly what the Scions get. Is it reroll 1s to hit or wound now? Oh, they do wounds now. Oh, goody. So my apologies. So they drop down, they take aim, and most likely first rank fire, second rank fire. But maybe we give them we give them the AP instead. So they drop down, they're hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, +1 AP, sustained hits 1, and possibly re-rolling all wounds as well. Who needs Bridgehead? Who needs Bridgehead nowadays? Please. Creed, Their unit gets 2 different ores at the same time. Also, the within 12 inches free stratagem, considering the fact that our stratagems involve lethal hits, ignores cover, +1 strength, obsec, sticky, and also just so many things. So many things. It's a lot. It's got power. It's got real damn power to that whole thing. Also, there's one that gives you stealth, which is hysterical, again, because if you want to make something really hard to get rid of, you can give this to, I don't know, Castrican with cover and take cover, and then perhaps snap to it, which start of any phase, issue an order. I destroyed you horribly with my Castrican. Cool. Now I'm also going to make them really tanky and make it impossible for you to kill them, or at least difficult. And then this is just to make it 12 inches instead of 6, which is only for ground officers, which I probably wouldn't take the Loud Hailer unless it's like 5 points, which it may or may not be. But yeah, and so the stratagems, as mentioned before, +1 strength if you have the first ring fire, second ring fire, which is like fun. There's some options there. It depends on what the breakpoint for wounding is, because it's basically +1 to wound situationally. Purging fire is lethal hits if within range of an objective, ignores cover, I already mentioned before. These are all 1 CP, by the way. No retreat is sticky, which is also anyone that has the duty and honor, which can be used with the commissar we mentioned earlier. The once per phase, Astra Militarum officer thing, which is also really, really cool because there's a lot of options there. Particularly, I like the one where you can do it in your opponent's phase for their command phase and give something duty and honor, which gives them +1 OC, so you can flip objectives. Teehee. And also, and I can't believe I didn't mention this yet, additional armor. It's armor of contempt. But it's an Astra Militarum unit from your army that's selected as the target of one of these attacks. Astra Militarum. That's the shooting phase only, but Astra Militarum. That's Bulgrin. That's Bulgrin with a 2-up save and AOC in shooting. That's not just Bulgrin. That's like Baneblades. That's Dorns. Like this is AOC for anything. And of course, my mind goes to Baneblades, of course, because did you know the Baneblade has smoke? This is the Hellhammer, but did you know it has smoke? So did you know that for one CP you could give it -1 to hit with cover? And then I guess another stratagem for -1 AP as well. It's pretty funny, isn't it? I mean, I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny. Oh God. So there's also other things like, for example, this one target weak spot, 12 inches and then get +1 AP. That does work with flamers. Right? Oh, wait, hold on. Reroll wound roll of 1 as well. Oh, so like Krieg have weapon teams maybe? Oh, the 3 of them pop out there and they're like, oh, hey, how's it going? By the way, 5-2-2 reroll 1s to wound. Ha 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 ha. Ignores cover, of course, it's a flamer. Like, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is kind of random, but I think it should be brought up. So I have been building up a list. It's not good, but where it's basically like 2 super heavies. I forget which ones exactly they are. I know one of them is without a doubt the Stormlord, which is the transport variant of this guy. Big old Vulcan Mega Bolter, which, by the way, yes, sustain hits 1. Oh, look at that. +1 to hit, reroll 1s to hit, reroll 1s to wound, because of Leontis and stuff. But it has firing deck 12. Reroll 1s to hit, reroll 1s to wound with the firing deck 12. And then it also has, all the other stuff, right? Now, carrying capacity of 40 models. I forget what the other one is. I think it's the Bane Sword? Damn, I think it's the Bane Hammer. Yeah, the Bane Hammer, firing deck 6. It also has this nasty cannon, 2d6 +3 shots, 12, 2, 3. But the reason is because they're also 420 points. Haha. Very cheap. Very cheap. Not that cheap. Kind of cheap. But of course, Leonsis can order these things, right? Which is always very good. I had this weird idea of shoving in a strangely interesting melee version of a Cadian squad. Now, I don't know if someone's done this yet. They might have. I'm not 100%. But Basically, a Cadian command squad is the only command squad that can actually take 2 power fists, one for the commander and also one of the veteran guardsmen. Now, the power fists are 3 attacks at 622 hitting on 4s, which is like not the greatest thing in the world, but it's okay. It's handleable. The thing is, you can also stick with them a Cadian Castellan. Now, a Castellan is a bit expensive. It's 55 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it gives them sustained hits 1 in shooting and also lets them shoot in a turn in which they fall back. But he also has 3 hits with a power fist at 622. You can also put in an Ogren bodyguard or, for example, Nork Deadog if you want to add a bit more to that group, which does have another 6 attacks with devastating wounds at 812, which again will be rerolling 1s to hit and rerolling 1s to wound if you're going in melee. Not to mention he has this really funny mortal wound ability for just some extra mortals. Of course, you slap this because in order to have this many characters in your squad, because you can fit 2 characters in a 20-man squad of Cadians. And then the bodyguard joins the command squad, so technically it's still 2 characters, even though it's 3. And the 20-man Cadians is 120 points, I think. Yeah, 120 points. Not to mention you get, stratagems back if you use a stratagem on them on a 4-up if there's an officer, which there will be. Now, the combination of all these things is not cheap. 120 points plus 55 plus, I think, 65. So that's 120, so 240 plus Nork is, I think, 360. So I think it's about 300 on the dot. I might be a little off on that math. Don't judge me. About 300 on the dot, which is not great, of course, cost-wise. But you think about them jumping out of the transport, right? Like a Stormlord or whatever. And then you think about the fact that they fire out, I don't know, a crap load of shots coming at you at probably taking aim or maybe first rank, it depends. Hitting or, sustain hits 1, rerolling 1s to hit, possibly rerolling 1s to wound, lots of guns. But then they run up and they start punching stuff. Now, you can use the thing that gives you the order at any phase. So you can do this in the fight phase, for example. But you can do a scenario in which by doing so, you are able to then get them, fixed bayonets, which because of the amount of stuff you have there, you will have, what is it? Like 3. Where did it go? I lost it. Maybe I just clicked off of it. Whatever. You will have 3 full strikes at hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s at 622, and then you will have 6 more power fist attacks hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s at 622, and then you will have Nork on 2s, rerolling 1s at 812 with Dev, all of that rerolling 1s to wounds, and then of course another 23-ish guardsmen just kind of hitting you at 3-1, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and then, rerolling 1s to wound. Like, something's gonna happen there. It's some way. It's a very mixed amount of damage, especially because they can hop out of the Stormlord and sometimes hop back in depending on how it rolls. There's a shockingly large amount of damage that can come from that, even more so if you slap in Ursula Creed in there, because not only then can you use the strat to do the thing I mentioned earlier, but then you can also give them 2 orders, so you can give them take aim and first rank fire or something similar, especially because she's only 30 points more than the other guy. And there's a world where shoving all of these things together into this one Uber package and sending it out is really hysterical. And then you can take the other big boy, the Banehammer or whatever it was, and slap in 2 squads of Kasserkin in there, maybe some Krieg engineers, because it holds 26. And then they hop out, they start blasting things. I mean, there's a lot to it. Also, it does say unit from your army is affected by an order. So even Kasserkin can just have them, be affected by their own order, which gives them their benefit. And then, whoa, Meltamine is upon you. I'm just saying. I'm really excited for the super heavy folks, myself included, because I've got 2 Baneblade chassis. I'm also really excited for the folks who want to run just lots of interesting mixed arms and stuff. And it makes me just kind of sad, because this is either going to go one of 2 ways. This attachment is going to turn artillery into something so awful to deal with that it either gets addendummed in here, which it should, or the artillery and stuff will get nerfed in the points again, which it shouldn't, because it's this detachment's fault. So, or what will happen is this will turn the already insane good stuff lists of combined arms even stronger. Casterkin are already amazing. Now Casterkin are getting insane rerolls. Rogel Dorns are already amazing. Now Dorn commanders are giving out an additional order, so themselves and 2 other things, and they're getting rerolls. Like, this might just make Guard way too good, this detachment alone. And then and then the Guard will like have massive point increases, and then it'll make me very sad because we don't deserve that. So, yeah, this is really good. It's a really fun detachment. Its raw power is super cool, and the fact that it works on everything is also really good. I'm scared. Either the data slate coming out soon will preemptively have issues, or this might end up skyrocketing. Guard win rates are always hard to tell because Guard is a very popular faction played by dads who love to dad game. So I'm a little bit uncertain how it's going to go. But yeah, we'll see how this rolls. Anyway, I want to talk about Detachment. I thought it was fun. Thought it'd be a good time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Happy hunting, happy killing, and the look on the Eldar player's face when I tell them that 3 of my mortar teams get reroll once to hit and wound firing at their warp spiders.